Hello, snacks, and welcome to my web. I'm Spider Girl Cutie Pepper Senpai, and today we are doing something super special, super duper ooper super duper ooper special. Today we are going to be telling a story I'll be telling with you, my snacks, a story I will be writing alongside with you. And it's very much so. This is a test stream. This is a test stream to see how this format kind of feels, to see how it how if it's something I want to go forward with and doing more of. Basically, we are going to be I'm going to be telling a story and writing as we go, kind of creating the storyline as we go. And you guys will be able to add to the storyline by kind of like choosing what the main character does, helping me design the main character, and also kind of we'll be doing some like rolls with dice to see what happens to this main character. Speaking of, let me get my dice right over here. We're only going to need one singular die for this, most likely. And where's my dice pouch? It's in my purse. How's everybody doing today? It's nice to eat you, everybody. Here we go. Got my dice. Got the dice. I'm ready for this. How are all my snacks? I know people have been interested in this stream quite a bit. Okay. So the only die we're going to be using today, if I can find it, is a six-sided die. The classic, the normal dice. A six-sided, plain old die. It's going to help us decide what happens to our character when we attempt to do things. So, I'm going to pull out a paper. I'm going to pull out a paper where I am going to write a lot of the informations. Let's see here. I'm going to do it in Google Drive, the classic. Our story is going to be called The Voices of JAT. The Voices of JAT. So first of all, let me go over to the other screen. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to make it so you guys can see what this screen is. You'll be able to see me right as we go. That way we'll have a good idea of what's going on. Hello, Misi, welcome to stream. The Voices of JAT, yes. Okay, let's say The Voices of JAT. That's not the correct... Hang on. No, that also doesn't do it. Hang on. That's not the right one. There you go, it's this one. Okay, Voices of JAT. And it's going to be in a way where you guys will be telling the story with me. Okay, so first of all, story of JAT. And then we're going to have another document in here that is... JAT Sniags. That is our character's name. JAT Sniags. That is the character name. If we want to come up with a nickname for this character, then Snacks, you guys can of course do that. But we are starting off with JAT Sniags as the name. And once again, who's to say if this is going to be a one-stream thing or a not one-stream thing? I'm going with it into this very open-minded and not sure how things are going to end up. There's a good chance we'll do a multiple-part thing with this, depending on how it goes. There's a good chance we'll do just this one episode and then do a separate story after this, the one that feels more full and isn't a short random one that's like probably more planned. Or there's a chance that we just do this one stream and then it doesn't really work, nobody likes it, and we never do it again. Those are the possibilities here. So I would like to start off by introducing you to the character of JAT. So let me make sure I have some text color. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be writing this in a similar way that I wrote the transcript for, or am currently writing the transcript for Monster Play. So it's going to be largely notes and then dialogue. It's going to go back and forth between those. Hello, Demo Dan. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I also haven't read much of the chat really so far. Hi, Rin. Hi, Captain Firespitter. Hi, Misi. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everybody. Oh, good job for being a member for a month, Captain Fires, but a thank you. Pray that I'm not too early for this. Heck nah, you're doing great. We are starting right now, as you can see. Oogity boogity. Oh my god. I'm not going to be here for this stream for too long. I'm going to enjoy every moment of it regardless. Early starts are a bane, but necessary, especially with recent events for me. Okay, I'm sorry that you can't be here for too long. I have been trying to start the streams a little bit earlier. Like, I used to be starting them at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, but now I'm starting them at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, so I can give you and a few others a little bit more time to be around. Voices of Jat, Lamau, yeah. Just literally an amalgamation of chat. You got it. You figured it out. So, Jat Sneags is just my funny way of saying chat Sneags, because that's what I call you guys. So our character is literally Chat Sneags, Jat Sneags, and that's who they're gonna be. I might have been saying he or they recently, but like we are gonna figure out if this character has like whatever gender we kind of want the character to have. Legal investigation. Oh my gosh. Okay. In any case, though, maybe I should have the chat box up for this stream. That might be a good idea. I could have it down here. Hang on. I think I'm going to put the chat over here. So that way we can have... So that way anyone who rewatches this and all that can see what the chat is saying. Because I think that's going to be kind of vital for this sort of stream, you know? So now your text will appear there. Okay, so Jat Sneags. Jat Sneags has been hearing voices recently. And that's all we're gonna write for now. I have more of this. I have an actual start planned. Before we actually get too much into the start of things, we are going to have to decide who the character of Jat Sneags is. So let me pull up a thingy real quick. Let me pull up a thingy for us to do. I also have some music, of course. Let me start playing the music. Here's our Jat Sneags music. Jat Sneags music. Okay. We're gonna create this character together, everybody. How does that make you feel? Okay, here we go. We got character template. So I'm gonna move this, I'm gonna copy this over to... Oh, I put this in the wrong place. Whatever. Over to here. That looks weird. Copy. Paste. Okay. So, template, gonna turn into Jat Sneags. Sneags. Okay. How old is... Actually, first we should maybe decide on the character's gender. Is this character, is Jat boy, girl, non-binary, gender fluid, agender? Who is Jat Sneags? We're going to do this also in a way where basically I'm going to look at the chat and I'm going to choose the answer I like most when it comes to the story writing parts. For this stuff, we're just going to kind of like get an idea of what the overall chat wants. Jack can change sexes at will. Okay, we can do that. Okay, so we'll do boy, and we'll do he, him pronouns, I think. He, him. Can change sexes at will. So, boy, gender fluid then. He, him. Okay. So, pronouns we actually can put down here. He, him, currently. Okay. We're gonna have the character's birthday be today. So, May 22nd. Which translates to, if I look over at my calendar, May 22nd is the 2nd of Yorid, month of desire. So, 2nd of Yorid, month of desire. Okay. How old is JAT? In what time period should this story takes place? So, my world is a world that's been developing for a while. I actually did just a very recent, or the past few weeks, stream series where I talked about my world and everything. It is a medieval fantasy with some levels of tech in it. So it's like, for examples of kind of something to go off of, imagine like League of Legends or Arcane, imagine One Piece, imagine, freaking what else? Something else I've been watching recently. It's like a solid mix of medieval fantasy and technology. If JAT is everyone in chat, then JAT is literally multiple MFs, they and them. That's true too. But there's a thing. Okay, so I should explain this part of the story that I do have developed in my mind. So JAT didn't hear you guys at first. The whole thing is going to be that JAT suddenly started hearing voices one day, and those voices were all of you. And the story is going to be that they went to this place called the Tree Place, where it's kind of like the aristocrats, the doctors, some higher up people live, to see if they could get some help to figure out why these voices are here. They have discovered it is not any sort of like usual like schizophrenia or anything like that, or stuff where you usually hear voices. I'm not too aware of those things, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. It is this own separate, seemingly magical implantation that's been put into their head and mind. They haven't always been like this. They just recently started, and they're very curious about it. So JAT is one person, JAT Snags, and has been hearing these voices. The voices being all of you. Yeah, so we're trying to figure out who that base person is, not JAT representing all of you, or the voices in JAT's head, but just JAT themselves. Okay. It was just a normal boy who got cursed or blessed by the voices. Us changing sexes whenever he wants is just part of it. Okay. Cool. We're a voice in his head, eh? Guess we already know what that makes me. The chaos one? So how old is JAT? How old do we want to make JAT Snags? I like how it's like very confused at the name here. There we go. Paranormal voices? Something like that. Magical voices, some sort of curse, some sort of spell. That's the whole thing that JAT wants to figure out, and that we are going to figure out together in the story when we start delving into it soon. Can be 20. Okay, let's do 20. JAT is 20. Hi, Zach. Welcome to stream. How tall is JAT? Oh, also, actually, this one's pretty big. What species is JAT? We have a ton to choose from. Let me go through a bunch of the different species for us. Because I think that will probably be a pretty important thing. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Come. Zach, you are great and awesome and really cool, and thank you for showing me a fucking Adam Sandler movie of all things last night. I appreciate hanging out with you and having the good times we have. Okay, so, snacks, everyone. Here are the species that are available to, for JAT to be. I'm not gonna have JAT be human. I want JAT to be, some sort of monster. So I'm looking at dark elves, dwarves, orcs, Lizar, which is like lizard people, Katsgen or Kitsen. Katsgen is like, kind of like Khajiit from Elder Scrolls, where they're covered in fur and have like a cat head. Kitsen is more like cat girl, cat boy anime style, where it's just cat ears and cat tail. We could do, we're not gonna do halflings or succubus, I don't think. We could do demon, femboys, yeah, that was one of the early things. Cherubs, which is kind of like, I don't know, I haven't figured that one out yet. It might be femboys, we'll see. Aviskians, which is kind of like the green skin, red horns that Abiska is. We have Kitsune, which is just like a fox person. Devils. We could do imps, Owle. Zedru. Zedru is an antelope person. Lopi, which is the species from our recent series. Quiet Year the Lopi, which is basically, if you imagine Halo, it's like a skirmisher or jackal. It's like a velociraptor bird person, basically. Tall Rider, which is a plant person. Probably none of these ones. Could be a Gylax, which is basically a fish person like Isla. I think we can choose from one of those. What is everyone thinking? Where's the Canadian representation? Fuck the Canadians. There's none here. Make him a kitsune or kitsen for sure. Okay. Elf. See, that's what I wasn't gonna say. So elves are like one of the ones that are, I want this person to be more obviously a monstra. Elves are monstra, but less so, if that makes sense. I want this character to be very, very obviously monstra. So. Oh my lord, Homestuck. I know, right? Yeah, so we have a couple ideas here. It looks like my chat here, we're going for cat person. We're not, I just said not no elf, Zach. Going cat person or dwarf. What were we thinking? Cat person, dwarf. There's also all these other options like dark elf. See, dark elf is different. We can do dark elf. We're just not going to do like regular elf. So dark elf, dwarf, orcs, lizard person, cat person, demon, Eviskian, which is like green skin, red horns, kitsune, devils, imps, owl person, antelope person, velociraptor person, plant person, JAT rhymes with cat, that's true. Fire Spirit says, I'm his impulsive, intrusive thoughts whispering in his ear, desiring constant chaos. Yeah. But that's not a, we're gonna go with a cat person because no one else is saying anything. So we'll do kitsen. Let me make sure I know how to spell it. Kitsen, okay. Species, kitsen. So kitsen are a little bit shorter. They're the ones that are like, well, not necessarily always shorter. But they have a little bit more range in their height. They can be from like 4 feet to 6 feet. So what sort of height are we thinking? Maybe you can be a short but strongly built cat person. Are dwarves known to be tinkerers? I haven't developed the dwarves too much. We can go with that since that is the classic thing. Yeah. They can like 5 foot but extremely sturdy. Okay. 5 foot 0 inches. We're not gonna do this stuff right now. This is the stuff we're gonna figure out in a bit. Appearance, we're gonna go kind of short and stocky. Okay. A short and stocky cat boy. All right. And this is, I think, where we're gonna mostly leave it right now. This is like a good start for developing this character. So we have JAT Snags, a 20-year-old kitsen, cat boy basically, born on the 2nd of Yord, month of desire. He's like 20 years old, like we said, and he's a guy, but is finding he has some recent gender thoughts, and also has been hearing voices. His pronouns are he, him, and he is short and stocky. Okay, so now we're going to go into the story of JAT. So, recently, JAT has been hearing voices. He's met with his... You know what? I think I'm going to write this in the second person. Hearing voices. Oh, also, I did like the idea, because JAT is also you guys, JAT is going to talk in the third person. I'm going to write this in second person, though. So, you, because you are JAT. You are JAT. And recently, you have been hearing voices. Okay. Moving some of my stuff around. They started off slow at first, but over the course of a week, the voices grew louder and more persistent. You're going to be able to see my spelling mistakes with this one, Snacks. It slowly began to cause you quite a bit of worry and concern. You met with your local village doctors, and they told you that this is nothing like the ordinary voices some may hear in their heads. It appears to be more likely a magical curse or implantation in your mind. Okay. So you are JAT, and recently you have been hearing voices. They started off slow at first, but over the course of a week, the voices grew louder and more persistent. It slowly began to cause you quite a bit of worry and concern. You met with your local village doctors, and they told you that this is nothing like the ordinary voices some may hear in their heads. It appears to be more like a magical curse or implantation in your mind. You decided to go and visit the tree place. Tree place? I'll write it here actually. The tree place is an enormous demon tree that was taken from the demon I'll just say demons, taken from the demons over a century ago and turned into a lavish luxury home for the traveling 1%. Alright, so the tree place is an enormous demon tree that was taken from the demons over a century ago and turned into a lavish luxury home for the traveling 1%. Your doctor told you that there is an expert magician healer in the top of the tree place. Named, what's this guy named? Named Dr. Mage Doctor. I'm gonna go with Aside. Mage Doctor Aside. Okay. You have now spent. You have now gone. Okay, you are now at the end of a 3-day hike to the tree place, and another 3-day climb. Actually, we're not even gonna do that. You are at the bottom of the tree place. Okay. And have arrived at the bottom marketplace, where the lower class resides. Alright, so we are at Tree Place, which is a demon tree. So for those who do not know, in my world, we didn't really talk about this in my stream series, a demon tree is kind of the homes to the demon species. The demon species make their homes within demon trees that are usually enormous trees, where the trunk is taken up by the royal family, particularly at the top, and then lower down are the kind of more common folk. This one is one of the most massive ones out there, like mountain height. It is a tree that is the height of a mountain with an enormous trunk, of course. And JAT Snags has now reached this tree after a 3-day hike from his home village, and is now planning to try to climb this tree, not like a mountaineering sort of climb, but kind of like the whole place is like an enormous, massive luxury quote unquote building now, where the bottom part of it, like the bottom of the trunk, is kind of like the lowly slums, while the top of the tree is the like 1% luxury homes and hotels, where literally 1%ers and the royalty come to just stay for a night before traveling to the next place wherever they're going to. A lot of very, very high quality and rare luxury flying ships stop here to pick people up. There's also fancy zip line carriages at the top that allow for the travel to any of the nearby cities within just an hour or so, because you can just go down the zip line in a carriage. Do not burn the tree. That'd be disastrous. That would be, and also probably wouldn't burn the entire tree down. Take the tree, burn the tree, take the tree, burn the tree. Do it, it'll be funny. Okay, so, voice 1. Voice of chaos. Take the tree, burn the tree. Take the tree, burn the tree. JAT. Okay, JAT. Please stop. I beg you. That is JAT's voice we're going with for right now. Might evolve over time. Alright. Story begin. So you're at the bottom of the tree place. Ahead of you, you can see within the trunk, which, because of the tree is so massive, like, I don't know if I would say circumference here, it would take you a good, like, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even longer, just to walk to, around the corner of the tree. To do a full rotation around the entire tree, a full walk around the entirety of the tree, like the bottom trunk, would take maybe several hours. So what you're seeing at the bottom here is there are markets carved into the bottom on the ground, and around you you're just in this lavish forest that is a bit more so normal sized, but still pretty tall trees. There are village huts and alleyways all around. It is about sunset right now, and over in the tree trunk is an opening where you can see a help desk. There's an opening that goes inside the tree where there's supposedly like kind of like a mall-like area, and to the right you can see against the tree bark there is this carved staircase made of vines, wood, and broken up pieces of carved bark. Okay. Call me the voice of not being brain dead. We'll see about that. Alright, so we'll just call you the voice of reason. And also, we will say that, of course, you guys can all play different characters here, different voices if you want. Do not burn the tree. That would be disastrous. That would be disastrous. Do not listen to their voice. Do not listen to the other voice. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah, in all seriousness, you're the voice of reason, yeah. Here in this tree, you must find an item that is prophesied to help your journey. Okay, is that another voice or something? Voice of destiny. I'm gonna do this in a way where I'm just gonna copy your text, if I can. That'll make this a little bit easier, I think. Okay. I'm gonna move my windows over and around a bit. Play around with my stuff here. Okay, here we go. Okay. And we're also going to change the font just because it seems like that might be a good idea to make copying and pasting easier. Where's the font thing? Is this font? We're going to go with Roboto. And then this is 10. So we're going to make all the font size 10. Okay. So what are we going to do next? I have told you what you see in front of you. There is the inside marketplace. There's the help booth. There are the stairs. And then there's the village. Would you like to explore the village? Would you like to go into the tree trunk marketplace? Would you like to go to the help desk? Or would you like to try to climb the stairs? Pepper's font? Oh, of course. Yeah, it's beautiful. It'd be fascinating to see what's inside of this place. Who knows? Maybe there might be something worthwhile. Okay. So we will say... You're all going to play similar voices. Voice of Reason, which is now going to be shortened to VOR, Vor. Fascinating to see what's inside this place. Who knows? Maybe there'll be something more than worthwhile. Okay. So JAT will say... Fine, let me look. Okay, so JAT is going to move towards the tree. He reaches the gate that is the entrance to this entire marketplace area. And he is stopped by a guard. This guard halts you and says...
We require a payment of 5 gold coin for entry into the mall.
We're literally calling it the mall for now. Okay. Guard. Halt. 5 gold is required for entrance. Okay. Yeah, straight into the board. No hesitation there. Hell yeah. Do we have that much money? Yes, you have... I'm gonna write it over here. I'm gonna write some story notes right here, I think. Well, actually, maybe not right here. Okay, let's do this. Character notes. Okay. What the heck? Okay. You have a total of 50 gold. You have no weapons. You have plain traveler's clothes on with an opening for your tail, and no hat. Okay. So, would you like to pay that money, Snacks? Would you like to pay the money to gain entrance? Or would you like to try to say something else and see if you can get in? Jess says, oh no, I thought this was going on at 6. Nope, we're doing 5 o'clock this week. And probably moving most streams to 5 o'clock. I'm so sorry. It's okay, you haven't missed much. Basically, you are JAT Snags, a cat boy who is short and stocky. You've been hearing voices, the voices being you, everybody in chat. And are, you were told by your doctor to go and find Magician Doctor aside at the top of this place called Tree Place, which is a massive, massive tree. Like massive mountain-sized tree. You just got there after a 3-day hike, and you're at the base of the tree trying to gain entrance into the marketplace within the trunk, or within this segment of the trunk. And this guard stopped you and says 5 gold is required for entrance. Would you like to pay the gold? Pay him, Jat. It's the easiest route in. Okay. VOR. Pay him, Jat. It's the easiest route in. Jat hands over 5 gold pieces. The guard smirks at you, looking down at you, and pats you on the back to move you forward. He's definitely being very condescending. This is a human guard, by the way. The guard smirks at you, looking down at you, and pats you on the back as if to move you forward. Okay. Sleight of hand, and why do you need to pay for what should be in a free market? He's clearly corrupt. You need to liberate his gold. Okay, I'll add that in as well. VOC is going to be Voice of Chaos. So we are going to do this thing. I have a D6. We're going to be using a D6. This is going to be used for a few things, okay? So the two main mechanics I'm thinking of right now in terms of how this is going to be used is you as the chat convincing him and to do this thing, and then once again rolling it to see how well this thing works. So D6, right? Let me go over here. I'll write some notes for you. So D6 rules. 1 to 2 means, actually I'm gonna, 1 to 2 means bad roll. You can't convince JAT to do this for whatever reason, even if it's a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 is mid roll. He will consider it. 5 to 6, he will best roll. He will do this. Okay, and then there's going to be another version of 1, 2. The second type of roll is going to be bad roll. The task goes wrong. 3 to 4. Mid roll. The task goes all right. With possible mix-up. And then 5 to 6. Best roll. The task succeeds. Okay, and that'll be just like, what do you want to do? So, you are now trying to, maybe you should quite literally flex on him. Okay, we'll add that also in there. We'll add that to the voice of aggression. How about? Okay. Voice of aggression. He's quite the little bigot. If people want to keep that up, maybe you should quite literally flex on them. Okay, so those are both going to be, Kirkup, you need to liberate his gold. So one is sleight of hand, one is aggression, or one is like basically attack him. So we're first going to do a roll to see which one of those is the thought that overrules the other. So if it's 1 through 3, we're going to do the Voice of Chaos. And if it's 4 through 6, it's going to be Voice of Aggression wins. And it was a 5. So Voice of Aggression wins, meaning that we're going to roll again and see if he is going to follow through with this. If this convinces him. If he's convinced or forced to listen to the voices. 1. Bad roll, task, or you can't convince JAT to do this. So JAT ignores you and is able to push himself through this without listening to you. JAT, who's just going to become J for now. What? Are you crazy? He's going to say. Guard responds to that. Excuse me? I'm sorry, sir. Okay. So, voice of aggression, he's quite the bigot. If people want to keep that up, maybe you should quite literally flex on them. So because voice of aggression one, I'm gonna get rid of this one. He's quite the bigot and flex on him. What? Are you crazy? And then guard says, excuse me. And JAT says, I'm sorry, sir. I don't want any trouble. Stares at Catboy hands. You're a Catboy too? Oh my gosh. Oh god, we mid. Try to get a discount. You never know how much coinage you need for the string. Okay, so I missed that one, so that means we'll just skip that. Sorry, J Hill. Okay, so we're going to say, because of that, we have to roll for a charisma, which means we need to give our character some stats. So let's do that real quick. Stats. Okay. So I'm going to give some base stats to start with. There's going to be charisma. There's going to be strength. There's going to be dexterity. What else would there be? I think what we're going to do to make this kind of interesting is we're just going to start with a few, and then we can add more stats and abilities as we go on. And you might be able to, if you level up, we'll give you more points to add to these things. So I'm going to start charisma with a -2. Things are going to range from -2 to +2. If they're in the negatives, it means they're really bad. If they're in the positives, it means they're really good. Strength is a 1. Dexterity is a 0. Okay. So, stats, I'm going to give you guys +2. Okay. So you guys have 2 starting points. What would you like to put them into? You can put both of them into charisma, both of them into strength, both into dexterity. Put 1 into charisma, 1 into dexterity, whatever you want to do. We can also talk about looks, yeah. All we know right now is he's short and stocky. So, you have these 2 points. Where do you want to put these points right now? Do you want your character, do you want JAT to be a little bit more charismatic? Have a little bit more strength, a little more dexterity. Put 1 into charisma to mitigate the deterrent, 1 into strength. Anything should heinous, that was really a start warm up. I see. We'll choose 1 onto Xanius, right onto Xanius. We'll add 1 to charisma, and then I want someone else to choose where the other point goes. 1 point in strength. Okay. It says Demodan, 1 point in dexterity, but you said strength first, so we're going to put the other one in strength. So our character is very strong currently. Because 2 is as high as you can go in terms of strength for our character for now. So that means we can go into this and say that I'm just going to kind of write this as a note sort of thing for now. Saki, very strong. If you have any details of what you want this character to look like eye color, hair length, any of that stuff, let me know. We can also do that. Basically just guaranteed a mid-roll for any strength rolls. That is true. So yeah, with the stats here, because you have a -1, whenever I roll for charisma, if you get like a 5, it'll be a -1, meaning it'll turn to a 4. So right now, you just said, "I'm sorry, sir, I don't want any trouble," which is a charisma roll. So we are going to roll for that to see how he responds. Got a 4, -1, you got a 3. Okay, so guard says, "Fine, just get out of my face." And he turns away. Guard turns away. Okay. So you are now in the marketplace, and you have, let's see, it would be here. You have now 45 gold. Okay. Plain travel clothes. Okay, purple eyes, orange, white hair, really broad shoulders. Choose one of those, because I want other people to be able to add as well. I'm gonna move these. Okay, so we'll do purple eyes because that's what you said first. Purple eyes. What is the hair look like? Chat. We already said he's kind of short and stocky, which implies the broad shoulders. Okay. Has swirling tattoos across the arms with many unique symbols. You want blonde shaggy hair? Okay. Shaggy. I'm gonna go with not short hair, but kind of like, how about the length of my hair? So kind of short. It's kind of long for a boy's hair, but you know, whatever. Blonde shaggy, nearly shoulder length hair. Okay. Yeah, with a streak of orange, sure. With a streak of orange. Okay. So he's short and stocky, very strong. Purple eyes, has sporting tattoos across the arms with many unique symbols. Blonde, shaggy, nearly shoulder-length hair with a streak of orange in his bangs. How about that? In his bangs. Okay. So this is all going to be canon to the world, by the way. So this is taking place, like we said earlier, in the location Tree Place, which is basically its own entire city, located in the southwest of the Cognizant Empire, the southwest segment of Cognizant Empire. Okay, so we have that. And JAT walks further into the, let's see, into the market. Okay, so this place looks a little bit fancier than the locations outside. There's a lot of sort of like colorful flags representing the different market shops around. You see a forge where they're selling weapons, armor. You see a place that's selling maps. You see a place that's selling spells and like potions. You see another help desk, and then you see some stairs that go to a second floor. Where would you like to go, or what would you like to do? There are many people walking around, all of what look like a very minor, like a very good mix of the people that are outside from the slum area and people with a little bit more stature than that. So you're seeing people that are basically like low class and people that are like middle low class. You should try asking for... Okay, here we go. VOR. Okay, you should try asking for directions to a good doctor. Maybe someone can help. Let's roll for that. Whoops. Die didn't roll correctly. It got bounced onto my stuff and was sideways. Got a 5. Okay, so that means you have convinced him to do this. So he will do this. Good idea. Let me talk to the help desk. Okay, so there's kind of this like mini circular kind of like tube shaped, I don't know how do you call it, like freaking, you know when you go to a carnival and there's a person like in a box that you have to give the tickets to and all that. There's a person like in that. There's kind of like this like corny, obviously fake tree that's in the middle of the main hall here, with a hole in it where there is a man sitting inside. He's got a bunch of files behind him on a desk and some papers on the wall, a schedule on the wall, and he's got a pen and paper in front of him and a cash register below the desk. You walk up to him, and what would you like to say? What would you like to say to this person? I'm gonna say JAT walks up to the help desk, which is an obviously fake looking tree with a person inside managing papers and files. A man inside managing papers and files. He has a sort of cash register looking thing, cash register, a pen and notebook, and I'm also going to say you notice he has a dagger strapped to his belt. Okay. Ask him for directions or a map. For once, we are all in agreement. Map is needed, yes. Okay. I am going to say that was from VOR. Okay. Asking for directions or a map. For once, we are all in agreement. And then there's also mysterious voice. Actually, I'm going to do new voice. So suddenly also, JAT hears a new voice, which says, map is needed. Yes. JAT is then startled to hear a brand new voice join the fold. Okay, map is needed. Yes. Okay. Directions will be wise. Yes. Okay, and let's actually have anything interesting. Stories, rumors, and rumblings. Okay. So you are saying that. So one person is saying, Firesport is saying the stories and rumors and rumblings, while others are saying map. So that means we're gonna have to do a roll for either one of those. So 1 through 3 is map. And actually, we'll do like 1 through 4 is map, because more people do seem to be going for the map, including, it's not just one person in the chat. But someone else is saying other stuff, which is Firespitter. So 1 through 4 is map, 5 and 6 is stories, rumors, and rumblings. We got 3, so we're looking for a map. I like that. Okay. We're gonna do voice of aggression for this one. Don't look like a clown from the man, JAT. Keep your composure, man. JAT is startled by the loud voice of aggression and jumps at the surprise of it. Okay. Man at desk. Is everything okay? And JAT will say, yes. Could I have a map? Could I have a map and directions, please? Yes, could I have a map of directions, please? Says JAT. Man at mad. Of course. Would you like a map of the marketplace, or of the whole of tree place? Okay. What would you like to say? Snacks? Would you like a map of marketplace or the whole of tree place? I'm also gonna add voice of comfort. I'll add that in since that was also said in the chat. Don't be so harsh on the poor boy aggression. You'll startle the poor thing into a heart attack. Okay. The entire tree plays. How much for both, in fact? Okay, so you can get both. Okay. Let me add these in. Get a full map. And then VOC, voice of comfort. Okay. Jat gets overwhelmed by all the voices talking at once. He decides to ask, do you have both? I don't know, I wrote that as a note. Do you have both? Okay. Man at desk. I only have the map of the marketplace, but there is a map seller on the second floor who sells many for a price. They should certainly have one of the tree place for you. Of course, you could also check the gift shop for a cheap one. Okay. Ugh. So, Jat asks for both types of maps. Man at desk says, I only have a map of the marketplace, but there is a map seller on the second floor who sells many for a price. They should certainly have one of the tree place for you. Of course, you could also check the gift shop for a cheap one. J-Hill says, I have decided that my voice will aim to be nice and comforting, motherly one. So something I said before you showed up, J-Hill, is also, you can play multiple, like, when it says, like, comfort or aggression or anything like that, I'm adding whatever anyone in the chat says to any of those voices, which, depending on, like, which one seems to be the most accurate fitting. You can keep playing the motherly one, but you can also, like, play other voices as well, and I will just add those to whichever one seems the most accurate. The voice comfort will be a little bit slower. Need to get some munchies. That's okay. And of course, that means other people can also play that voice if they want. So, we now have an option. Would you like Jat to go to the second floor and go to the map seller, or try to find the gift shop? Voice of pride.
Good job, boy. You'll be going places.
Okay. We already have 4 pages written, apparently. Apparently this is 4 pages. That's what it says. Gift shop and the map seller. So, Dodan also says gift shop. I'll sense the prophesized item here. Okay. Voice. I might just start typing, like, Destiny or something like that. Destiny. The gift shop. I'll sense the prophesized item there. Jat walks away and towards the nearby gift shop. Gift shop, no S. Sized item. Proceed item in the gift shop. What are you trying to sell me something? Okay. Alright. Okay, so yeah, Jat is starting to walk towards the gift shop first. Okay. So, Jat gets to the gift shop. And you get there. And find the man at the desk, a new man at the desk, gift shop owner in here. Where your other arm, lol? It's right here. Oh, you mean my extra ones? They're just not here right now. Yeah, what's the secret item of buy one, get one free? Yeah, very, very mystical. Don't eat my arms. Fire spitter, what the heck? Okay. Why is there two here? Oh, is that from when I typed my arms? Comfort. Comfort says, don't be startled. I just want to know how you're feeling, sweetie. Are you excited to be on this journey of yours? JAT says, of course not. I want all of you gone. Okay. Giant spider legs are like, crab legs here. Don't eat my legs. My legs are special and important to me. Don't eat my legs. JAT storms into the gift shop and up to the gift shop owner. Okay. That's an interesting addition, Rin. Okay. JAT is surprised to hear this, but shakes off the thought before it can distract him. May I please purchase your finest biologs for my own consumption? Are you saying that's part of the story now? Okay, that's part of the story. Whoa, hang on. Voice of Chaos. Yeah, please purchase your finest biologs for my own consumption. So sometimes when if you say something in the chat that's directed at a person outside, that is not JAT themselves or himself, I will roll the die to see if JAT actually says that out loud or not. So 1 through 3 is it's not said out loud. 4 through 6 is it is said out loud. 2, so it was not said out loud. JAT shakes his head in frustration at the voices trying to speak for him. Okay. Goodness gracious, you are being mean. Some of you are being mean to JAT over here. I'll add this in there too. Chaos. I'm gonna change this to say reason. And then comfort. Okay. So I'm gonna go back a little bit to catch up on some of this. So we're going back to Man at Desk says, I only have the map of the marketplace, but there's a map seller on the second floor who sells many for a price. They should certainly have one on the tree place for you. Of course, you could also check the gift shop for a cheap one. Voice of Pride says, good job, boy, you'll be going places. Destiny says, the gift shop, I also sense prophesized item there. JAT walks away and towards the nearby gift shop. Prophesized item in the gift shop? Wait. Yeah. JAT says to Destiny, prophesized item in the gift shop, what are you, trying to sell me something? Comfort says, don't be startled, I just want to know how you're feeling, sweetie. Are you excited to be on this journey of yours? JAT says, of course not, I want you all gone. He then storms into the gift shop and up to the gift shop owner And while doing so, Reason says, "Oh, believe me, my friend, I don't want to be here either. I'm trying to get you fixed for our sakes, too." Chaos says, "Oh, please, you'll never truly be rid of us. We'll always be here, lurking in your darkest recesses, listening, waiting." Comfort says, "Wouldn't you be lonely on this adventure if you didn't have us?" I'm going to put the Reason one last, because that's the one that he's more interested in. Hear this last thought, but shakes it off before it can distract him. And then Chaos says, "May I please purchase your finest fireworks for my own consumption?" Jat shakes his head in frustration, and the voice is trying to speak for him. Okay. So what would you like to ask? Well, actually, since you guys seem to be playing more so explicitly voices and not actually wanting to say what Jat would say, I can play also Jat a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to say Jat speaks to the owner. Gift shop. Actually, Jat first. Jat, do you have a map of the tree place here? Okay. I'm gonna roll die for something you guys don't know about. Okay. Gift shop owner looks up from his paper and puts the paper at Jat. Okay. GSO. Gift shop owner. He's kind of like a grizzled older man by the looks of things. I do. 30 gold pieces, he says. 30 gold pieces, please. So, yeah. And also, you can tell that that's pretty clearly a lie. A map of the tree place, or like a gift shop map in general, would definitely not normally be this price. So what do you do? Whistling mermaid. No, goodness gracious. Jail says, also imagining we're like constellations from the story omniscient reader's viewpoint. AKA we're watching his life as if it was a show and cheering him on and berating him as it pleases us. Reason says that it's far too expensive. Call him out on it, but reasonably so. Okay, so we'll do a roll to see if you can convince Jat to do that. 6, you do. Okay, so you convince Jat to do that. That is far too expensive. Call him out on it, but reasonably so. Jat sighs deeply. In preparation for confrontation. Jat. I'm being very inconsistent with like the J or sometimes that right. Jat. There's no reasonable way a map from the gift shop costs that much. GSO, the gift shop owner, laughing. So he says, of course it doesn't. I'm trying to get your money, you fool.
I'm trying to get your money, you fool.
He puts his paper down. And he says, the normal price is 10 gold coins. But if you spend 20, I'll also throw in a hat. Throw in a hat. And, cape to cover up those cat bits of yours. They're mighty unsightly to many of the folk up above, if that's where you're headed.
So he says, the normal price is 10 gold coins, but if you spend 20, I'll throw in a hat and a cape to cover up those cat bits of yours. They're mighty unsightly to many of the folk up above, if that's where you're headed.
Cat bits, as in the cat ears and tail. Hat and cape must have swagger and style. So he is trying to ask you to spend 20 gold coins for a map, and then basically telling you it might be a good idea to avoid racism to go up, if you're going upstairs, to do so in disguise. Okay. Your anti-cat nonsense. Okay. You thought I meant chunks of exploded cat? No. What do you... No. Puss in Boots, of course. I don't think this world knows what Puss in Boots is. I do like... I like the reference, though. That's funny. Okay. Okay. So, it seems like we are pretty mixed on this hat and cape thing. Puss in Boots is a red light district move here? Well. Careful, J Hill. J Hill says, that makes it better. We will get him a rapier next, even if it has the guy hands myself. Oh, frick. You're saying some intense stuff. Chaos. JAT suddenly finds himself having to resist the urge to grab the rapier by the old man's counter. Okay. This is because of you. This is because of you. Alright, you resisted it. You're good. You got a 5. You resisted it. You did not grab the rapier. Careful. Careful what you type. It's all part of the stuff. Okay. Okay. Luckily for him, he succeeds in his resistance. Okay. Hat but no cape, says Dumbledan. Okay. I'm going to put in... We are going to do a poll. Where's the poll? Start a poll. What do hat and cape, hat and cape, yeah, start poll. Okay, start a poll. Hat and cape, yes or no? We will end this in 1 minute. Do you see that bronze yo-yo? What are you talking about? I'm not gonna let things get derailed too much. We already had a little funny thing happen with the rapier. For the swagger and style and reduced racism. At least with the hat and cape, we'll be able to move a lot easier around. It makes sense. Might have less stuff like the what happened with the guard up front. What do you say? We got 4 votes, all for yes so far. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that means that it's a yes. Okay, says he. JAT places 20 gold coin in the old man's outstretched... What? Outstretched hand. Okay. So we are out even more gold now. So now we have 25 gold. And we're still only in the starting marketplace. Okay. Jahale, don't worry, it was Chaos that said did the rapier thing, not the comfort one. Oh. Hang on. Oh. Trying to copy paste what you're writing. Probably Pride would say this, I think. We still need to screw around with that guard before we leave. Prick, see if, fucking prick, let's see if we can find something to punish him with before we leave. We'll roll for that. 1, you do not convince him. JAT is not easily convinced by that one. Okay. He walks out of... Actually, I keep saying he. Should be you. I've turned it into you. It was supposed to be you. Whatever. JAT... Well, JAT is he now because you guys are the voices and not really JAT specifically. He walks out of the shop and checks the map. He is quite disappointed to see that after he unrolls it, it is basically just a cartoon outline of the tree place made for kids. Uh-oh. He's been a little bit swindled. So this map that you now have as JAT is basically a kind of a cartoon drawing of the tree place. It shows what the levels are, what each of the levels are, but it isn't really a full-on like take this path to get to this place map. It's just like you are here at the bottom slums. So let's list what it says there. On the map, it lists the levels of the tree place. Oh, okay. There is At the top? What is at the top? Top is... We gotta come up with some names now for this. Never mind, go back there and kick his ass. Look close at the map, there's a hidden message. Here, we got a few things on there. Okay, there's, Destiny. So, here, we'll roll to see if you look closer at the map. We got 3, so he kind of barely considers it. JAT kind of like scans the map, but doesn't see anything interesting. But he only kind of just basically glanced over it rather than deeply looked into it. Okay. Okay, I'm just adding more from what you guys have said. Does he have natural stealth and such? Being a cat, he should probably have natural skills of stalking, jumping, knocking things off shelves, and night vision. Let's add that in. We'll add stealth in here, and we'll start with a +1. Yeah, we'll start with a, I guess it'll be just 1. Start with a 1, and we'll go into the special abilities. We will do night vision, claws. I'm assuming you guys can figure out what these mean. Stealth, and we can add more of these as time goes on. Okay, so those are some of our abilities here. Okay. Hi Andre, welcome to the stream. Did I miss anything? Yes, we have done a lot of stuff. I'll do a quick catch-up for real quick catch-up. Might even be a good idea to just go through this alright with what we have so far. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of some of the second person thing we're doing. Recently, JAT has been hearing voices. They started off slow at first, but over the course of a week, the voices grew louder and more persistent. It slowly began to cause you quite a bit of worry and concern. To slowly cause him quite a bit of worry and concern. He met with his local village doctors, and they told him that this is nothing like the ordinary voices some may hear in their heads. It appears to be more likely a magical curse or implantation in JAT's mind. JAT decided to go and visit the tree place. The tree place is an enormous demon tree that was taken from the demons over a century ago and turned to a lavish luxury home for the traveling, I'll just type royalty and nobles. JAT's doctor told him that there's an expert magician healer in the top of the tree place named Mage Dr. Aside. You're now at the end of a 3-day, JAT is now at the end of a 3-day hike to the tree place and has arrived at the bottom of the marketplace. At the bottom slums where the lower class resides. Voice of Chaos. Take the tree, burn the tree, take the tree, burn the tree. JAT, please stop, I beg you. Voice of Reason. Do not burn the tree, that would be disastrous. Do not listen to the other voice. Voice of Destiny. Here in this tree you must find an item that is prophesized to help you on your journey. Reason. I'm just going to turn that into Reason. Reason. It'd be fascinating to see what's inside of this place. Who knows? Maybe there might be something more than worthwhile. Fine, let me take a look. Guard, halt. 5 gold is required for entrance. And then Reason. Pay him, JAT. It's the easiest route in. JAT hands over 5 gold pieces. The guard smirks at him, looking down at him. Looking down at him and pats JAT on the back as if to move him forward. Voice of aggression. He's quite the little bigot. If people want to keep that up, maybe you should quite literally flex on them. JAT, what are you, crazy? Guard, excuse me? JAT, I'm sorry, sir. I don't want any trouble. Guard, fine. Just get out of my face. Guard turns away. JAT walks further into the inner market. Reason. You should try asking for directions to a good doctor. Maybe someone can help. JAT, good idea. Let me talk to the help desk. JAT walks up to the help desk, an obviously fake-looking tree with a man inside, managing papers and files. He has a cash register, a pen, and a notebook, and he knows he has a dagger strapped to his belt. Reason. Asking for directions or a map. For once, we are all in agreement. JAT is then startled to hear a brand new voice join the fold. New voice. Map is needed, yes. Aggression. Don't look like a clown in front of the man. JAT, keep composure, man. JAT is startled by the loud voice of aggression and jumps at the surprise of it. Voice of comfort. Don't be so harsh on the poor boy. Aggression, you'll startle the poor thing into a heart attack. Man at desk, is everything okay? And then JAT. Yes, could I have a map and directions, please? Man at desk, of course. Would you like a map of the marketplace or of the whole of Tree Place? Reason, get a full map. New voice. How much for both, in fact? Comfort. See if you get a nice deal if you get both, sweetie. JAT gets overwhelmed by all the voices talking at once. He decides to ask, do you have both? Man at desk says, I only have the map of the marketplace, but there is a map seller on the second floor who sells many for a price. They should certainly have one of the Tree Place for you. Of course, you could also check the gift shop for a cheap one. Voice of pride. Good job, boy. You'll be going places. Destiny. The gift shop. I also sense the prophesized item in there. JAT walks away and towards the nearby gift shop. Prophesized item in the gift shop? What are you, trying to sell me something? Comfort, don't be startled. I just want to know how you are feeling, sweetie. Are you excited to be on this journey of yours? JAT says, of course not. I want all of you gone. JAT storms into the gift shop and up to the gift shop owner. Chaos. Chaos. Oh, please, you'll never truly be rid of us. We'll always be here, lurking in your darkest recesses, listening, waiting. Comfort says, wouldn't you be lonely on this adventure if you didn't have us? Reason says, oh, believe me, my friend, I don't want to be here either. I'm trying to get you fixed for our sakes, too. JAT is surprised to hear this last thought, but shakes it off before it can distract him. Chaos. May I please purchase your finest spider legs for my own consumption? JAT shakes his head in frustration at the voices trying to speak for him. I think when the voices try to speak, I'm going to add this. JAT speaks to the owner. Do you have a map of the Tree Place here? Gift shop owner looks up from his paper at JAT.
I do. 30 gold, please.
Reason that is far too expensive. Call him out on it, but reasonably so. JAT sighs deeply in preparation for confrontation. JAT, there's no reasonable way a map from the gift shop costs that much. Gift shop owner laughing.
Of course it doesn't. I'm trying to get your money, you fool.
He puts his paper down.
The normal price is 10 gold coins, but if you spend 20, I also throw in a hat and cape to cover up those cat bits of yours. They're mighty unsightly to many of the folk up above, if that's where you're headed.
Aggression. I don't care about looking like a cat. Piss off with your anti-cat nonsense. Reason. I say get the hat and cape. Aggression needs to calm himself. I don't think he needs to spend extra gold on a hat and cape, but maybe it'd help with disguising himself from the bigots above. Chaos. That makes it better. We will give him a rapier next, even if I have to guide his hands myself. JAT suddenly finds himself having to resist the urge to grab the rapier by the old man's counter. Luckily for him, he succeeds in his resistance. We'll do, add a little bit of for now. JAT, okay. JAT places 20 gold coins in the old man's outstretched hand. Pride, we still need to screw around with that guard before we leave. Fucking prick, let's see if we can't find something to punish him with before we leave. Reason, do not punish him. Getting into trouble with the law is not what we need here. JAT is not easily convinced by that one. He walks out of the shop and checks the map. He is quite disappointed to see that, after he unrolls it, it is basically just a cartoon outline of the Tree Place made for kids. Destiny looks closer at map. Or look closer at map. There's a hidden message on the map. JAT doesn't see any hidden message, but he does see that the map, let's see, list the levels of the Tree Place. Okay, so the top of it is Oh. You know what? I'm gonna do a reference here. Cloud District, where the rich stay in fancy rooms from top to bottom. Okay. The branches, the upper branches, restaurants, and less, and semi-fancy buildings and businesses. The lower branches, where the carriages and flying ships are docked to take people to different cities. Okay, and then upper trunk would be I'm gonna say apartments. For the middle class. Yes. Middle trunk. Businesses for the middle class to work in. Owned by those from the upper branches. Lower trunk. Marketplace and tourist attractions and slums. Okay, there we go. We have a little map here. Okay. So on the map, it basically just says Cloud District, upper branches, lower branches, upper trunk, middle trunk, lower trunk. Yeah, GK says the Cloud District very often. Ha 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 ha. Wrong lesson. I can't really hang around, but I just want to pop in and say you're lovely and hope you're having fun. Heck yeah, thank you, Robin. Thank you. Flyford says, sorry guys, I don't know if I'll be back for the rest of the stream. I need to investigate something real quick. Heard a vehicle skidding outside my house. Not sure what's going on, burb. Okay, I hope everything's okay. J Hill says, so wait, Destiny, was the map the cape or the hat the important item if Destiny is his destiny to be what I think it is? I'm a bit excited about this. Okay. I think I also saw... I'm going to add some of what you guys had said earlier into this. Be for chicanery. And then... Eating reasons completely given up. Fuck these people. Yeah, it's not gonna be great here. It's not gonna be easy. Okay. And then... I think there was something else, right? This one. Comfort. Don't strike too fast, sweetie. You yourself and such. Never let him know it was you. So you guys are all going for trying to get him to attack this person. So because it's all of you, I'll give you guys a +1. So, to trying to convince him. So if we look over here, we can see bad roll, mid roll, best roll. Well, either way, you got a fucking 6. So you got the best roll. You will do this. JAT is going to do this. JAT finds himself overrun by sudden rage at this deceit. And begins to see red. Moments later, JAT finds himself standing back in the gift shop. I don't know why I capitalized that. In the gift shop, the old man on the ground under him, blood on the floor and on his hands. Alright, so that's pretty big. That's pretty big. So JAT finds himself overrun by sudden rage at this deceit and begins to see red. Moments later, he finds himself standing back in the gift shop, the old man on the ground under him, and blood on the floor and on his hands. Let's roll. I'm going to roll for perception for you guys. 2. You don't get to see anything. Sorry, chat. Sorry, snacks. Explore the Cloud District. Search for the source of the wealth. That will take a bit to get to. Afterwards, they'll beat the crap out of the GSO. Too late. GSO says, oh no, we such a bad influence. What have we done? I don't know if you're actually saying that sarcastically. But this isn't good. JAT begins crying, scared for his loss, or scared of his loss of control. And you know what this means also? It means different music. What's going on with my mouse? My mouse is being weird. There you go. He drops to his knees. He's never killed anyone before. JAT starts hyperventilating. Oh, I'm gonna delete some of this. Okay. You aren't me. he yells. A loud knocking is heard on the closed door of the gift shop. Guard. Let us in now. Listen now, open the door. Alright, frickin' snacks, what have you done? Here we go, this is the stuff I was waiting for. I actually feel so bad doing this to the poor thing. Yeah, it makes sense. This is not a good thing to do. That's for sure. Here, I want to see... Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I want to see if there's a... Hang on just a seckie. Just a seckie. Okay, yeah, this one works. This is fitting music for realizing you've done something like this. You like to imagine aggression sounds like Senator Armstrong? That's pretty funny. JAT runs through and out into through and out the back door of the gift shop into a back room where there is a panel in the floor. He looks at the panel and back to the main room where he can just barely see the body and the blood. So JAT runs through... Alright, let's go. Okay. JAT says, "You aren't me, you aren't." A loud knocking is heard on the closed door of the gift shop. Let us in now, open the door. Reasons, scatter, run. Most importantly, never allow aggression to take hold again. JAT runs through and out the back door of the gift shop and into a back room where there's a small panel on the floor. He looks at the panel and back to the main room where you can just barely see the body and the blood. What does he do? What should he do, Snacks? I'm not gonna lie, when I said beat up, I did not mean punch to death. Well, we saw that there was the rapier on the floor. Actually, you didn't see that. Shit. I rolled a perception thing earlier to see if you guys would notice it, but you did not. But there was a rapier on the floor. The rapier on the floor. So you did end up using that rapier to kill the guy. But you, in your daze, you didn't comprehend that it was there and kind of just ran away. But yeah, you did use a rapier to kill the man. You must escape further in this place to find a doctor and cure yourself of us. Yes, but the question here is, go through the floor panel? Go through the floor panel or go back into the main room and out the front. Perhaps find a window. Those are the current options here. Those are the current options. Oh, this music's pretty intense. Let's go with this song. Here we go. Here we go. This will be something. Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh. Imagine being JAT, waking up to these voices and having seen red and waking back up, seeing a dead person in front of you, blood on your hands. This is the music that would be in your head. This is the song. Go through the floor panel. Okay. Okay, Demo Dan. Let's add that in. New voice. Okay. Opens the panel to see a ladder, leading down into darkness. With his night vision, he enters and finds himself in what appears to be an abandoned corridor of sorts. The walls are made of old, moss-covered wood, and they almost appear to be very, very what would be the word for this? Be very slowly throbbing. The walls are made of old, moss-covered wood, and they almost appear to be very slowly throbbing. JAT can only assume he has lowered himself into the demon trees, into one of the demon trees' roots. Carved out roots. Carved out roots. There you go. How you guys feeling about this? Okay. So, because Demodan said it earlier, we've gone through the panel. New voice says, go through the panel. JAT opens the panel to see a ladder leading down into darkness. With his night vision, he enters and finds himself in what appears to be an abandoned corridor of sorts. The walls are made of old, I'm gonna say, appears to be an abandoned and twisting corridor of sorts. The walls are made of old, moss-covered wood, and they almost appear to be very slowly throbbing. JAT can only assume he has lowered himself into one of the demon tree's carved-out roots. Reason says, follow this where it takes us. There's nothing we can do. Okay. Right. JAT moves forwards, hearing a consistent warbling sound all around him. It's as if it's coming from the walls. Think about where the story can go with this part next. Follow me, our familiar faces, worn out places. Yes, of course. He's the gosh darn walls! He is. Kind of. He's in the roots. The roots have walls, though, and the walls are kind of moving. It's weird. The walls themselves. Okay. The corridor splits off up ahead. Let's go ahead in 2 directions. To the left, wider tunnel, and a right, thinner tunnel. Which do you choose to go in? Chat/JAT? What do you choose? Why is there this, like... Hey, there's like a gray box around this. I don't know if you can see it too. It's a weird gray box that's not going away. Wow. That's weird. Huh. Whatever. Okay. This is odd, but we can't afford to rush out the door. Keep moving, JAT. New voice. Left. Move left. Okay. JAT begins towards the left tunnel. But in an instant, the tunnel closes up right in front of him. Right in front of him with a loud crash. JAT falls to the ground in surprise. Anyway, you can move the chat up to the top left. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. I wonder if that's... Oh. Hang on. Oh, where's chat glass? Okay, there you go. And then I will move me lower a little bit. Okay, there we go. This should be good. This should be good. Okay. JAT moves into the right tunnel and continues forward. After a few minutes, the walls seem to have closed in on him. Ahead, he sees another ladder. He rushes up to it and begins climbing. He climbs and he climbs. Okay, we're gonna go back to different song again because the mood is a little different again. We're gonna do this one. Okay. After a few minutes straight of climbing, he finds himself opening another panel into what seems to be a kitchen. Like a kitchen. We'll just go with a kitchen. Alright. He examines the area to find that it is seemingly closed. But ahead there is a door with light shining from underneath. He opens it into a dining area, walks to the front, and can see through the glass a beautiful... Let me look at my thing from earlier. Okay, yeah. Okay, a beautiful... I don't know how I would phrase this. A beautiful... I don't know what this would be called. Okay, so I'm thinking like, what this is like, it's like a platform above the ground. It's on the side of the trunk of the tree, so it is outside, open to the air. And up above you can see the night sky. In front of you there are a bunch of lights out in this area. There are people walking by to the left and right. It seems like it's a ramp that's going up the tree. People are eating outside at these tables. You walk out and there's like storefronts to the left and to the right. The right seemingly, like I said, goes back down the ramp to a lower part of the tree, while the left goes up the ramp to higher parts of the tree. See, beautiful sight. I'm going to kind of write that. Large ramp. Or a large ramp. The left going up and the right going down. There are tons of people at tables under candle light, eating delicious food. This appears to be the side of the tree trunk, with many storefronts all around. The sky... Did I say anything about the sky? The sky is now showing a brightly shining moon. Full moon. Full moon. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to add in here add some of the dialogue that you guys have been saying. Okay. So, yeah. Interesting. A kitchen. I'd just keep moving around and try to get out of this place if I were you. Then Reason says, oh dear, we're already in the upper levels. JAT says that can't be possible. According to my map, JAT pulls out the map from his pocket to notice that there is no map. That it is no map. Let's see here. Instead, it is a note that says, to be fair, the map is drawn with crayon, it seems like. Instead, it is a scrawled on. It is a scrawled on note that says, "Find the mage, JAT. Come back into the gift shop. Come back into the gift shop. Pretend to knock me unconscious and escape through the back." Use the rapier if you have to. Instead of knocking me unconscious, I was just say, hurt me and make it look real. Use the rapier if you have to. Then go through the back and find the panel in the floor. Keep climbing, JAT. JAT then finds a pouch he didn't remember having in tied to his waist. It had 100 gold in it. Ho 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 ho. Oh, interesting. Who? Guess we're going out right. Oh no, is he trying to help us? I now truly hope that old man was simply playing a very good act. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Ha 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 ha. I think right now is a good mini break time because we have been writing, we have been doing this for 2 hours straight, and when it comes to like doing a game that doesn't feel like that long, but when it comes to writing, 2 hours of writing straight feels like a lot of work. So we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We have 11 pages already. Wow. Holy frick. That's a lot. How many pages of my other thing do I have? Monster Play has 29 pages. So I'm already like almost a third of the way through having written Monster Play. the length of what we're writing now is about the third of the length of the first episode of Monster Play. Okay, so yeah, we're taking a break. I will add what you recently said. Convert. And reason. Okay. How's everyone feeling about stuff? How's everyone feeling about stuff? Let's put on a different song again. What was this one? Yeah, we can go back to this song for a bit. This is fun as hell? Hell yeah. I like doing DM story writing stuff. This is cool. I love adding mystery and confusion to things. Fine so far, though feeling a little off? What's going on? What's feeling off? Off with the story, or are you feeling a little off? I feel like he's not actually dead. I think he's just faking it. Couldn't be. Couldn't be. Told you there was a hidden message in that map. You did, didn't you, Demo Dan? You did. Smart of ya. I should add that. Good, good. Demo made it happen before it even happened, yeah. James, I think it's the heat in my own body being weak and spongy. I'm sorry. It has been so hot today. It's been 90 degrees where I am. 90 freaking degrees Fahrenheit. Too much. Too much. So yeah, I love writing stories like this that are all like filled with mystery and wonder. I think this is quite fun. We have a good bit going here. Just kind of writing off the cuff, honestly. I have some plans in mind, and some of this has been, like, not planned, and some of this has been planned. I like how it's going so far. This is fun. This is fun. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, too. The voices of JAT. So we have yet a new story that's also part of this world, huh? The voices of JAT. So all the stories that have taken place in this world that are like pretty full stories now are the clandestine stories: Serenity, Wanderlust, Monster Play, The Quiet Year of the Lopi, The Complexities of Heroism, and now The Voices of JAT. Some of those you probably don't know because they're still like in progress, but some of them you might know. How are you guys enjoying being part of the story, like adding to the voices that JAT is hearing? I need to clean my glasses. Hang on. Just a seckie. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I also just realized the speaker was on this entire time. I hope that wasn't creating double audio. I need to clean my glasses. They're getting all icky. Which happens over time, you know? Anyone else here wear glasses? I wear glasses, but it only started recently that I became a glasses wearer. You don't wear glasses. I see. I used to not wear glasses, but then eyesight said like, nah, fuck you. And now I have glasses. It's certainly a lot to focus on, like, with this whole thing. Ooh, I just appeared out of nowhere. I have so many Discord messages, what the heck? Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. You have any curiosities or thoughts about the story so far? Or anything you want to add to the story? Any ways we can make game mechanics more interesting? Tell me, share with me your thoughts, my snacks. Share with me your thoughts. Not gonna lie, the yo-yo is gonna be the prophesized item as a weapon of sorts, but I guess it can be something else. The yo-yo. Are you a Terraria person or something? Here, hang on. I'm gonna share this so people can actually see. Okay, so in the Discord, I am sending a link where people can... Actually, you know what? Not even the Discord. I'm gonna send it right here. You suggested something with sweets previously? What was it? Alright, I'm sending a link so people can actually read along as well as we go, in case anyone needs to go back and look at anything. Pin message. There we go. What was your suggestion with the sweets? Dang it, now I need a tissue. Dang it. You know, I might just do a bathroom break, which I think is a good idea. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You guys go to the bathroom too if you need to. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, be right back. Hello. We're back at it. We're back into it. How is everyone doing? Want to do more story? Want to do more story? I don't understand, says JAT. Yeah, more story, heck yeah! And then... understand what? JAT turns around to see that one guard from earlier had been chasing him. Just, having just come from the kitchen in which he just left. He's out of breath and pointing a spear towards you. A spear. A spear towards you. What do you do? What do you do, Snacks? What do you do? Do you say something? Do you do something? What happens? I'm gonna eat a couple M&Ms. Nom 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 nom. Snacks? Anyone still here? I'm not a murderer, self-defense. Okay. So. Nom 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 nom. So let's say... Let's see here. Actually, we'll make it the new voice. New voice, again. Says, I'm not a murderer, it was in self-defense. Trying to speak for... Trying to speak for JAT. And also got a 6 in doing so. So that means JAT's gonna say it. The voice, it spoke for him. This scares JAT, but he doesn't have time to be scared right now. Scared. But he has no... He wants to... would be surprised by this, but he doesn't have time for that before the guard respawns. Okay, guard. Guard says, what are you talking about? Just put your hands up. Just put your hands up. I'm going to approach you. I'm going to approach you now. Okay. Reason says, I don't understand how the map shifted. I also don't get how the guard got here. JAT is unsure also. Nothing seems to be making any sense since he blacked out. Okay. Show the map and note. Okay. Jails might be a bit slower in response to doing mediation to help heart rate go down a little bit too fast. Okay, I hope everything's okay. Of course, it's fine. It's fine to take your time. It's okay. Take all the time you need. Okay. Show him the map and note. Okay. Let's see if this convinces him. 5. It does convince him. Okay. Right. JAT raises his hands as he was told, holding the map in, raises his arms as he was told, holding the map in his left hand. This map, read it. The guard walks over and quickly searches him, finding he has no weapon. Guard, read it. Why? JAT says, please. The guard scans the guard grabs the paper and scans it. Scans it quickly. Guard, what does this have to do with anything? It's just a gift shop map of the place. There's a gift shop map of the place. He lets it go, and it gets caught by the wind and blown away out of the tree. Oh, lost that little piece of thing that you need, probably. Okay. Tasty drink. No, grab the map, quick. Okay. New voice. Oh, no, grab the map, quick. Okay, let's see. You're gonna roll for that one. 2, you did not convince JAT to do that. But he will still say no. Grab the map quickly. It's probably better to grab the map quick. Dang, autocorrect. It was a 2, so you didn't convince him. But I'm going to roll again to see if something bad happens. I've been forgetting to do that secondary roll. 1. Oh shit, that means something really bad happens. Shut up. JAT. Just be quiet. Okay, new voice says, no, grab the map, quick. JAT says, shut up, just be quiet. Guard says, what are you on about? What's so important about it? He grabs you by, or grabs you. Ooh, I started going back to the third person, or second person. Grabs JAT by the arm and points his short spear at your neck. Guard, come with me. Okay. Damn, well, the die hates you. It seems like that. Okay. I'm gonna have it be that, this note that says, reason says, this can't be the case, the map was clearly a note. I'm gonna have that roll to see if, JAT says that out loud. 4, which means, where is it? Okay, 4 means he says part of that. JAT. Can't be. A note. So when you do, when it's a mid-roll for, trying to get, JAT to say something, he'll just, like, say parts of it. So can't be, a note. Comes from, this can't be the case. The map was clearly a note. Okay. How are y'all feeling about this? What emotions are coming out? I'm gonna write something. They've had aggression for a while. Get out of this. Get out of here. And I'm gonna roll for that. We have a couple of responses here. What the? That was weird. I'm trying to copy it and then it did a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. You might as well go with him. This is all horrendous misunderstanding. You need to be cured. Aggression, get out of this. Get out of here. Would the guard take us to the Cloud District? That's a good question. Can the guard take us to the Cloud District? Let's roll. So the 3 options here: reason, aggression, new voice. So 1 or 2. I'm rolling the die. 1 or 2 will be. You know, I wonder if I should do this on screen. Hang on, this might be better for me to do these rolls on screen. Here we go. I've been using this website for this a bit. Okay. So 1 or 2 means let me see. Let me check the thing again. 1 or 2 is JAT goes with the guard. 3 or 4 is he gets aggressive. 5 or 6 is he asks him to if he can be taken to the Cloud District. 4. All right. All right. Hang on, I want to have a background here. There we go. Now I have a background behind me. Cool. Okay. Uh-oh. JAT. Too many voices. Please go away. Too many of you. Please go away. Get moving, says the guard. JAT slowly begins to see red again until everything seems to fade away. Something's gonna happen again. Something's gonna happen again. Something's gonna happen again. Hee 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 hee. And now, I'm wondering if I should end this one here and then pick this up next stream, where we see what happens to JAT. I think we might be able to do this as a... Well, actually, before I say that, how is everyone feeling about this? Would you like to do more of this? Is this something you guys would like to do more of? What image? What are you talking about? Jeff says, I definitely would. Okay, cool. Ren says, I want to do more. Sweet. So... I think what we could do is we'll stop here, and then next week we'll get back into this. And I think, considering how far we are into this, it might be a just 2-stream, maybe 3-stream story. And that'll be a good way to test how we feel about this sort of format of a stream, of like writing roleplay stream. I think this is pretty cool. I'm going to put what is in here in the Discord server as well. Hang on, let me hide this for a second. I'm going to make it so people can comment on this. So anyone with a link, so if you see that link that's up there, let me, I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put a new message in the chat. And it's going to be a link again. This one means anyone will be able to comment. Let's keep the shite going. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm putting a new comment in the chat. I'm going to put it in the Discord server as well. Basically, it'll allow you to comment. So I think that'll be a good way for people to say what their thoughts are so far and to add any interesting story ideas, or to suggest ideas for what they want to have happen next. All that good sort of stuff. And we can see where this takes us. Hopefully we'll do more and feel better next time. I hope you feel better, J Hill. I hope so. Perhaps also when the next Bioshock 2 stream. It should be next Tuesday. Next Bioshock 2 should be next Tuesday. It's a Tuesday series. We've done pretty good so far here. Yeah. Pretty good so far. And I think just doing this for a couple hours is also a nice solid length. Yeah, let me send this into the Discord server as well. JAT Sniags be like, what is this?
I saw. I conquered.
Is that what JAT looks like to you? I love it. I love it. Okay. I'll add this into the Spider Dex. The voices of JAT. Feel free to add comments. Okay. Okay, I'm adding that into the Discord as well. I'm gonna add it on my Blue Sky. Da. to be continued next week. So the voices of JAT, a story written by Chat today. To be continued next week. Post. Okay. And is also likely to be edited or anything like that. Alright, cool. I think we have a pretty good solid story going here. We have JAT Sneags, a good character that you guys helped create. Hell yeah, we have a character sheet already started up. Currently located at the tree place. Time period X. Alignment, what? Actually, you guys can't even see this. Hang on, there you go. What's our alignment for, what's our alignment? Ability class is going to be Gauss. What's our alignment for, JAT? I'm thinking like neutral good. Bye-bye. I need to say, do something saying bye-bye a little early. Okay, bye-bye, J Hill. Thank you for being here. I'm going to say neutral good for alignment. Yeah. Cool. If it works for me. Or true neutral. I like it. I like it. And maybe it'll turn to true neutral. We'll see how the character develops. Okay, so thank you everyone so much for watching. You're all wonderful, beautiful people. I love you so much. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider becoming a member. If you do, you get special benefits like emotes, badges, shoutouts, even the possibility of joining me in streams. Let's see. My current tier 3 full tummy is Moopy-kun, thank you. My current tier 2 treats are J Hill and Pie the Queen of Orange. Thank you so much. And my tier 3 grubs are Sonic Hedgehog 34, Shiny Warrior Wolf, Rin Antizanius, Captain Fire Spitter, Bad Shark CRC, Einsaland, Caballero Thomas, Jimbo's Drive and Jam, Slick Serpent, Wayne's World Unlimited, Aquilius, Sydney Losterot, Sita, Wally Darling, Jess C, Overall Goblin, Mr. Barry, foreign language I can't read, Bob Thomas, Glenn James, Scoobs, Delta 76, Delta Duckstan, Corporal Canada, Zash Saper, Fafar de Refleshier, For Elemental, Mario Salmaron, Rame, Top Hat Kingdom, Martin, Eternal Tummyache, The Nike, Baronia, Dusky Bite, Frieza, Jakey Plays, Chupins, Roll, Keep Rollin', Alan Aaron, nope, not Moopy, Moopy's full tummy, Q Squid, Archer Mia, Dylan Mole, Zach, Aiden Doherty, T-Play Games, Lurking Turnip, Jester247, Just a Cannon, Mike, Andrew Walker, Commando747, Bradley Percy, Mercury Moss, Alfie and Fami, Naster, Lulu, Shane Omax, Sasha Berg, Kark and 80, Lisu, Sebastian, Timeless Tales, City Goober, Spook Fun or Spooker Lame Channel now, Crash Tease, Grim, Baby Yotta 1212, Bingo Chan, Tyler AC Moore, Jody, Jade, Bapples, and Firelord Turtleduck. Thank you so much for the support. It means the world to me. I'll see you all in another one. If you want to support in other ways, there's Super Chats or Streamlabs, of course. Otherwise, Blue Sky and Discord in the description below. Bye. Thank you for helping me write a story today. I'm really curious to write more of this. I'm really excited. We'll do more JAT Snags next week. Bye. Bye.